Nico was born in September of 2011. He was a surprise for all of us. And at the time, his mom, Gato, was living here at home with us. I think every child, when they're born, is a special gift. And once he was born and he needed so much care, that made him even more special. We learned a lot about ourselves and about life in general with the experience in the short 3 months that we had him. The devastation of a child's illness is taxing. The devastation of losing a child is a completely different story. I don't think anyone's ever prepared for that journey. The first time we thought about creating Nico's Promise, we were at his celebration of life. The church was not only full, it was overflowing with people. And someone exiting the church actually said to us, "What are you going to do in his honor?" And that got us to thinking. We wanted to do something that would help other families. We wanted very much to make his purpose a working purpose that would change the lives of other families.
No grief journey is the same. Each person grieves in a different way, but they all need one powerful thing, and that is support. So Nicklaus Children's can provide the support from the clinical end, our nurses, our doctors, our therapists, Child Life. But Nico's Promise is able to give the family an entire bereavement area, free counseling services when they're ready for it. And the combination of those two pieces is very powerful.
Nico's Promise is embedded in Nicklaus Children, so we are a part of the hospital. We are not an outside entity that's coming in to provide services. And there are a very small handful of hospitals that I've spoken to that have a bereavement arm, if you will, similar to us. But what do pediatric hospitals do? They treat children. I don't treat children. I treat families. But what happens when that patient is no longer a patient? The family then becomes the patient of Nico's Promise. So I always tell people, I help people learn how to carry the grief. We can't take it away from them. Nobody can, but I certainly can help people learn how to carry it throughout their life. And at the end of the day, Nico's Promise offers hope. We're a journey of hope and healing. So we offer hope to them so that they can feel that they can speak and celebrate their child's life.
So when we had Sabrina, she was born in 2013. And she completed us. We just felt like we were finally complete with our family.
You never think you're gonna be the parent that loses their child, you know? Everything that we've gone through, and you would think that, you know, that wouldn't happen to us, but I guess no one's immune or susceptible to that.
You know, leaving the hospital without your daughter is probably the worst feeling ever.
Nico's Promise actually reached out at the time, you know, which I'm sure other parents might feel this way, is that at least the first year I couldn't find the strength to go back to the hospital to get that bereavement service because the last time I was there is when I left without my daughter. However, his parents, both parents, they went and they did group counseling with them. They did individual counseling. So they were very involved in the counseling and services from Nico's Promise, and they really benefited from it.
There are families that the very first day, they can't get through an hour without crying or being extremely upset. And then I've seen families over the course of a year, 6 months plus, 2 years, 3 years, that miss their child, but are able to talk about their child, are able to celebrate milestones that their child would have had because they feel honored to have had that child in their life. So healing looks very differently for everybody. There is no right or wrong way to heal. There's only the way that that family can heal.
That's what's so good about the program, you know, that, you know, you have someone there that's willing to listen to you and help you and get through it, and to go through these events like the fashion show or the...
And a happy, uplifting event, right? So
Right.
it's definitely not a difficult morning grief. It's very uplifting and very happy.
So we are so proud of Nico's Promise for raising $1 million for their endowment. That's going to provide services in perpetuity for families going forward. There will always be those services, and we don't have to worry to try to get them.
There are no words to express our gratitude to all these donors that have come out from places we didn't even know existed, because it's been, yes, our family and our friends who have been incredibly generous, but also people that we had never met before, who have contributed to this cause. And we are so, so thankful that they came into our lives and came into the picture to make this a possibility, because we couldn't have done it without the generosity of this community.